E3 is just around the corner. And the more I started seeing notes and things online about Google Stadia today and how some information was being leaked, and I'll get into that about why websites should not break embargoes and leak information in a bit. I started writing a load of notes about the presentation that then followed an hour or two later, and I just thought, why write that when I may as well just make a video about it? And I'm also making a video at a time when I just don't feel particularly well either. I've got, for some reason, yesterday morning, oh God, my voice is going as well. Yesterday morning I woke up and my right ear was completely blocked. I've obviously got some sort of bug or some sort of cold that's going around, but something's happened and my ear is completely blocked. So I say I'm not feeling too well by doing this, but I suffer for my art, and you will, great people for watching this video. If you watch it all the way through, that makes you absolutely fantastic. And if you don't watch it all the way through, then well, that's your choice. I can't exactly tie you down and force you to watch it, can I? So about the leak, and I will just say that embargo breakers spoil it for everyone. I put a link to a blog I did a while back in the video description below. But basically, companies release information, press information to websites all the time in advance, and then set like a date and time when the information is meant to be imparted. And if they break that, then, well, quite frankly, if they break that, all being well, they won't be given any more information, in the future. And if you break embargoes, you're just spoiling it for everyone, because it'll get to the point where these companies stop giving out anything in advance at all. It's like if you try and get review copies of games, often they don't come out until the actual release date, and that's because people will get the stuff in advance and they'll just break the embargo. It's just a lose-lose for everyone. But about the Google Stadia, and the weirdest thing about it was, again, I'll have a link to this in the video description below, but Google's Phil Harrison, he was doing when the Google Stadia was first announced, he was there on the video for that. But he would sort of do some of the presentation, it was all pre-recorded in advance, like one of those Nintendo Direct. In fact, I'm not sure whether this was a Google Stadia Direct or whether it was a Google Stadia Connect. I couldn't quite work it out or hear him. But maybe it's because of my blocked ears, I don't know, even though the video has subtitles on it. But anyway, he was talking. Sometimes he'd talk like that, sometimes he'd have a camera to the side, and you'd just be shown talking like that, as if he's talking to an interviewer off camera. And it just really, really weird. You just point your face at the screen and just at the camera and just talk. But about the important information for Google Stadia, we were told that with an internet speed of at least 35 megabits per second, which is most people if you got like a fairly decent internet, you can play games in 4K with 60 frames per second, Dolby Digital 5.1 sound, not DTS, anyway, Dolby Digital, and in HDR video. Now I enjoy 5.1 sound, but when I capture gameplay, whether it's with an Elgato HD 60 thing, or whether it's just sort of on the PC with NVIDIA Shadow Play, or even with OBS, it just seems to capture it in stereo. I think with OBS I can still do it in 5.1, but it doesn't really matter, because as much as I enjoy listening, playing the games in 5.1, if you're doing it with Elgato, it only lets you hear it in stereo surround anyway. As much as I enjoy playing games and hearing them in 5.1, most people watch them on a mobile phone. You might somehow get 5.1 out of these, but if you just like sat on a break at work and just like looking at the phone, it doesn't matter whether it's in stereo or 5.1. You're gonna hear it in stereo at best. It's a tiny thing. Anyway, so 5.1 not a big deal for me in this case. Naturally, Google prefer you to use their own controller, even though you're supposed to be able to use any kind of controller at all. And the controllers they showed are actually going to cost $69. If you're doing it on a phone, it'll apparently be best on a Pixel 3 phone, which is one of their phones. I've still got a Google Nexus 6. I quite like that. I mostly use Huawei Mate 10 at the moment. I did have a Huawei Mate 9, and then I lost that when I was out in town one night, and now I take out my Google Nexus 6, because if I end up losing a phone again after getting a bit tipsy, then at least I'm losing an old phone and not a new one. But anyway, so that's what they wanted to buy their own stuff, basically. What a surprise. But if you're looking for any games, The games that were featured included Baldur's Gate 3, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Gylt, Gylt, which looks alright, Tom Clancy's The Division 2, and Destiny 2. So there's a number of games in there I'm not too fussed about. But in the most part, the gameplay they showed just looked like generic trailers, like the kind we'll get at E3 very soon, and not anything that said, nothing actually said, this is the reason why you need to get Google Stadia. Nothing like that. Just bog standard trailers. There were little things in one or two of them here and there that said you can do this with Google Stadia. But like earlier on, we saw that you can sort of share gameplay with the controller by pressing a particular button. So exactly the same way you can do it with any other controller. Then on the PlayStation with their share button, or presumably the Xbox One has that option as well. I don't really share stuff online. And not live anyway. I'll just I'll capture it and then I'll edit it and then I'll stick it online. But I'm not going to press a button just to have that particular video in that form go online. No, that's not for me whatsoever. But back to those specs. And you remember that 4K with 60 frames per second, Dolby Digital 5.1 and HDR? Well, you'll only get that if you buy the Stadia Pro subscription, which is $9.99 a month. They didn't mention that at when they first announced this Google Stadia thing a few months back, did they? Sneaky. Also, surprisingly, if you want the best experience, you'll have to get a Stadia Founders Edition with a night blue controller. Limited edition apparently. Limited to as many as they can sell, who knows. It'll include 3 months of Stadia Pro, a Chromecast Ultra, so like Chromecast, that thing, but whatever makes it Ultra, I don't know, is it faster? I don't know, they didn't go into that detail. And just this will make you put your money down straight away. This will make you put your fucking money down right this second. Oh, I can't tell you. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. It's I can't contain myself. I really can't contain myself. The sooner you sign up, I really should have put the light on in this room actually, but I've got the ring lights anyway. But I'm delaying things. The sooner you sign up, the sooner you can have bragging rights to choose your own username. Yeah. So pretty much everyone will just use the username they use on everything else, whether it's PS4 or Xbox, whatever. You just use the same thing everywhere. I know I do. However, that is what they call a feature. No, they didn't say it's a feature, but I'm being sarcastic. That is a feature. Oh, and also, if you buy this version, which costs $129 or £119 in the UK, you also get another 3-month Stadia Pro. So that's 6 months. 6 months that you can use? No. 3 months to give to a friend. Yes, you can give that to a friend. The bloke on the video said, "Good luck working out who to give that to," without a hint of irony. He made it sound like your friends would be fighting over you for it, but it's more a case of trying to find a friend who's actually also paid out money for this thing, unless they bought a separate controller, which is $69. I suppose they could use their own devices and things like that, perhaps, but I just can't really see this going anywhere. Just paying through the nose all the time. It might be something you might try out with a 1-month free trial, just like all of these online services, and if you like it, you'll stick with it. But it's a bit of a crowded market. You got PlayStation, you got Xbox, and if you have a Nintendo Switch, you've got their online service. I hear it's a bit iffy, but it's a service of sorts. But Google are trying to compete with something brand new. I mean, kudos to them for trying it, but it's too crowded a market, I think, for this to actually work out. And when I saw the information about the leaks coming out earlier in Dreamcast guy's video, he said that he thinks from the date he made the video, which is today, and I agree with him. It's just funny what he said. He said he thinks the whole Google Stadia thing will be completely dead by this time in 2021. So that's just he said by 2 years today, this whole thing will be completely dead, and I don't blame him. I think he's spot on there. And I mean, I enjoy Dreamcast guys' videos anyway, so do go and watch them. But if your friends can't get like a 1-month free trial, they're gonna have to pay for that online service, unless you give them that 3 months free Stadia Pro. Then if you're paying a monthly fee, that'll just mean you get all these games for free, right? Just like the Xbox Game Pass thing. So you pay a monthly fee, you can play any games that you want on the service. That wasn't clear. But what they did say was that you can pay extra for Stadia base. That makes it sound like you either pay a monthly fee for all the games or you just buy individual games. But they weren't clear as to whether you actually have to pay for games regardless of whether you sign up for the monthly subscription. As for the cost of the games, no prices were given. Is it going to be the same as if you bought it from the online stores for PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or is it going to be like a cheaper deal? They didn't say. So, for all the information that they gave us in this video, which is about 20 minutes long, we didn't seem to have very much info. They just said you can go to stadia.com and get some info there, but that just gives you an option to pre-order it if you really want to for 120 quid or $130, near enough. In fact, the website doesn't even say exactly when it'll be out. The leaked article earlier says November the 14th. Their website just says November. You'd think they'd at least put that date in there. Are you as hyped for this as I am? Either way, please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Please comment on this video. I know I've washed my hair and my hair looks a mess, and I don't care. Messy hair, I don't care. Anyway, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the little bell to get all the notifications, and cue Genesis.